Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your reading for the week of November the 10th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here. And then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for the week of November the 10th? What messages does Capricorn need to know? Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Oh, I love that card. Yeah. Let your fears dissolve, my darling Capricorns. What fear do you have at this time? Do you have any fears, my darling Capricorns? Now, what I tell my kids about fear is that it's false evidence appearing real. It's not real. Fear only has power if we give it power, my darling Capricorn. So I'm encouraging you to, let any kind of fear dissolve. Maybe do a meditation on releasing any kind of fear if you really have some kind of fear. That, what I feel too is that, if you're giving your energy to a fearful situation, then the universe only hears you giving your energy to that situation. So it's going to bring it to you. So I'm encouraging you to think of what you do want, not what you don't want to happen, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you for this week of the 10th of November, my darling Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know? The Lovers, ooh, Gemini energy. And the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy. And the Eight of Cups, yeah, walking away, love it. All right, my darling Capricorns. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Lovers card. And as I said, this is Gemini energy. So if you do have Gemini in your chart at all, I would encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading. This could also be a Gemini in your life, so take that how it resonates. But the Lovers card is all about, well, it could be love. And with the Hierophant here, I feel it could be a love connection here that either leads to marriage or you're already in a marriage with this person. I do feel that this is a relationship that you were already in. I don't feel this is someone new. So this person is someone that you're connected to. And look, it doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but I do feel that. I feel that it's an intimate connection here. So the Lovers, like I said, it's all about love. It could be love. But traditionally in the tarot, the Lovers was called the choice card because it is a choice or a decision in a relationship or a crossroads kind of energy. Because you can see in the traditional tarot, there's a male and a female. There is a mountain between them. There is an angel. There's clouds. There is an angel, and then the sun is above the angel. The mountain between them literally means some kind of obstacle or mountain between them. So I feel with this, in this reading, just with what else is on the table here, that there is some kind of issue, but I feel that it's your issue, my darling Capricorns. I feel that there is an issue with someone that not that you're blowing out of proportion, but that you are fearful of. Because of that, let your fears dissolve there. I feel that there could be an issue I mean, it's just quite a specific message for someone. I know it won't be for everybody, but I do feel that there is some tension between you and someone else. And I do feel that it's a love connection here. And I feel that you're being encouraged to work through that issue, to let your fears dissolve, as that this card says. And then you've got the Hierophant. So the message that I was getting when I put it down, these two cards down, was this person has asked for a deeper commitment, or you have asked for a deeper commitment. The Hierophant is all about government institutions, higher, it could be higher learning, but it can also be marriage. And, we see the two keys here on the Hierophant card. The Hierophant is all about as above, so below as well. He is very divinely connected to the heavens and the earth, my darling Capricorns as well. But what I feel here is that and like I said, it's either you or the other person has been wanting to make a deeper commitment here with this relationship. And one of you isn't sure that you want it to go to the next level. And that could be the fear here. But you fear losing that person because you're not ready. I feel that the message to tell you, my darling Capricorns, if that is the case, that if anybody is the person for you, being able to tell them your fears will only strengthen the relationship, my darling Capricorns. It will not hurt it. And if it's not the relationship for you, then this person won't understand, and you'll know. And you'll probably have to walk away, my darling Capricorns. So I hope that makes sense, because that's really what I'm feeling off the Hierophant there for you. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So this is that walking away energy, my darling Capricorns. But I feel off this that there's going to be one of two things. You're either going to walk away from the relationship, or you're going to walk away from the fear. And I would be encouraging you, my darling Capricorns, to walk away from the fear, not the relationship. Because if it's the other person that has the fears, if it's the other person that, is feeling that they're not ready to commit, then, and you're, this is the person you want to be with forever and things like that, then I feel that you need to, not walk away from them. No, I feel that you need to pull them closer, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. However, they may feel that they need to walk away. It's going to be different for everybody. I just feel whatever the situation is, this is not losing them. This is you walking away or moving on from the situation. So if it is that there's a fear there, then you're going to move on from that. And moving on from the Eight of Cups towards the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, my darling Capricorns. So you could be literally walking away from your fear, which is what I hope is what is going to happen here. But you have free will and free choice, my darling Capricorns. But I do feel you're being encouraged here to walk away from that fear, from what is holding you back in this relationship, my darling Capricorn. So I do hope that makes sense. Yeah. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that, there is a deeply committed relationship here. I feel that. So this isn't going to be for everybody, this reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest. But I do feel that there is a committed relationship here. Somebody wants it to go to the next level. But I feel that there is fear around taking it to the next level. What I want you to do, my darling Capricorns, is to walk away from that fear. because like I said, I don't know whether it's you or the other person, but I feel that somebody is going to walk away from that fear and move towards beautiful Nine of Cups wish fulfillment here. And I'm loving that energy for you, my darling Capricorns. I just feel that you need to let, as this card says, you need to let those fears dissolve in order for you to be able to move forward with this relationship. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. Helps me know I'm on the right track and my messages are, you know, resonating with you and you want to see more. All right. Let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Improving health. Yeah, I feel that'll just be a byproduct of letting fear dissolve, because fear eats you up inside, my darling Capricorns. Very important. Communicate clearly. I feel that being in this time of Mercury retrograde, our communications can really take a hit and they can, you know, really, things can get misunderstood. Be clear, as this card says. Communicate clearly. If you believe, ask, believe, receive, my darling Capricorns. If you don't believe it, it won't, the universe will not bring it to you. It's as simple as that. You need to believe that something is possible. Not the right time, they say. You've got a yes. Yeah, I feel it's not the right time to take this relationship forward if you cannot let your fears dissolve. That's really what I felt as soon as I pulled that card, my darling Capricorn. So I do feel it's going to be very important for you to let your fears dissolve this week in order for you to be able to move on and move forward. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.